Welcome. My name is Doug Simcox, and this is Beyond the Chutes. Today, Sam and I are riding for the brand, BTC Beyond the Chutes. Sam, it is PBR Championship Sunday. What a great day.
Beautiful day, Doug. I am so confused. I don't know which way to turn. But it is a beautiful sunny day here in New York, and it's going to be exciting, and somebody's going to be very happy at the end of the day.
I agree. Two rounds of competition, so it's a big day. We had 31 Cowboys that got scores. They're going to be in today's abbreviated long round, and then of course the top 12 on all the points that have been gathered. All the 7 rounds through 7 rounds will advance to the short round. So it is a crazy points race. It is crazy. Now, speaking of racing, and we talk about that, right? We talk about rodeo, wrestling, and racing. The NASCAR All Star Race is on today at 8 p.m., and it is racing at North Wilkesboro. Now, this is a historic track that was opened in 1947. Last race was held by NASCAR in 1996. The racetrack was actually purchased to move the date to another track, which means the racetrack sat dormant until about 4 years ago when Dale Earnhardt Jr. talked to the owner and said, it'd be kind of neat if we could scan this track for iRacing, which is online simulation racing for NASCAR. So a bunch of people went out there, they cleaned it up, they got weed eaters, they swept it, they did everything. They had a late model race there last year that was huge, and qualifying yesterday, Daniel Suarez in the number 99 car for Trackhouse Racing, he is on the pole. However, Richard Childress Racing is represented. Austin Dillon in the infamous number 3, sitting in the 4th position, putting him up on the 2nd row. And when we talk about Richard Childress Racing, and more importantly, Austin Dillon, Sam, the PBR connection.
Yeah, Austin Dillon is a manager for the Carolina Cowboys, and what a job he did in this offseason to get the number one and the number two picks in the draft. How amazing! How amazing! Really did his work.
He did his work, absolutely. And he is a bull riding fan. I mean, you see him at the tracks, doesn't matter where it is, not just when he goes and races at Texas. You see him at a lot of tracks, and he's wearing his cowboy hat. I saw him on the race hub the other day, had great looking cowboy boots on. Just really, he's a rodeo bull riding guy. So imagine today, Sam, as we're watching Austin Dillon make his laps at North Wilkesboro, you might as well put the Carolina Cowboys right on the side of that car. I don't think we have a choice. We got to pull for Austin Dillon in this race.
You know, my family is on my wife's side involved in some racing. My brother-in-law works for Toyota Racing, and I didn't ever watch much of it, but I would pull for that because of that connection.
Yeah,
But they got me going another direction now, so we pull for Childress Racing Team and Austin Dillon. So
absolutely. And you know what else? The All Star race and the PBR Championship, the World Championship, have in common?
what's that?
They both pay $1 million to win. So this race today at North Wilkesboro pays the winner $1 million.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Imagine what kind of resources Austin Dillon and Richard Childress Racing can have for the Carolina Cowboys. So let's cheer them on.
Put the pedal to the metal. Let's go, Austin.
Let's go. Let's go. Oh, yesterday I played the Oscar Mayer hot dog song, one of my favorites. You remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I chickened out. I cut it out. Uh, Royalties and everything. And I'm getting this advice.
Uh,
Okay, we have an advisor, right? Mark Roos, Cutting Room Music in L.A. Um, he's a big one around royalties. So I I said, all right, backing off. I'm not going to put it in there, even though it'd be fun. So in the last episode, you just have to imagine we played that song, I guess. And then heard from Robbie Shriver, 1999 IPRA bull riding champion, sent us a message. And he says, these are his words. This is good stuff. Glad to hear both of y'all's voices. Do you remember Robbie?
I remember Robbie, and probably a connection you don't know about Robbie is he is Howard and Clinton Cessna's cousin,
Ah,
two of
okay.
the best bull riders and great people of the IPRA. Just and Clinton made the PBR finals. I think 2 years without even hardly going. He was that good. He was just an amazing bull rider, and without Howard, Clinton just would have went to about 5 rodeos a year. Howard
Okay.
entered them and
Yeah.
uh, told them when to be ready to go, and away they went. But
Away they
Clinton
went.
just did it. He was an incredible bull rider.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. So great to hear Robbie. Keep listening, Robbie. Share it out there in the world. We're going to keep riding for the brand. So let's shift into business here, Sam. How's Dalen? What's he up to? Saw him last night helping behind the chutes, helping a bunch of riders. Any news? Any updates?
No, I still have not talked to Dalen, and I seen him there pulling Cooper Davis's rope and doing some other things there. But I just letting him enjoy himself because this is his time. He's the world champ, and I am really surprised that Dalen is going and being there because that's not his style. But I am so proud of him because he he did what he needed to do to win it, and he needs to get the accolades.
You bet. Absolutely. No, great to see him. All right, let's talk a little bit about two rounds coming up today. 31 with scores. So came down to it last night. If you want to get into today's abbreviated long round, you've got to have a score. So there's 31 Cowboys that we will watch this morning, and they'll be riding in round seven. And then the top 12 in the average will advance to the championship round. Now, we had 10 rides in the evening or in the round last evening. And I just have to point this out as I went through, put all the data together, really parsed it around, got it all in order. And here's what I came away with, Sam. None of the riders we are following that you made predictions on, none of them that we are following for the entire week rode last night.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Isn't that incredible?
Well,
It just, this whole finals has been, you know, they say it's a horse race, but at least in a horse race, the long shot doesn't always come in.
right.
So
Right.
it's been a crazy 2 weeks,
It
crazy.
yeah, just a crazy 2 weeks. And Dana Rabosa wins around 90 points. And we're going to see how important those round wins are when we get into the points. Puts him on two head that he has ridden. Split second and third between Rafael Jose de Brito and Kyler Oliver. Jesse Petrie's
Yeah.
in there in sixth place. Go ahead, Sam. Anything stand out in
Look,
those rides?
well, Dunner rode fantastic last night. He was not in the best of shape at one point, and he just would not give up. That's what you're used to seeing out of a lot of these guys, and it hasn't been there so much.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah, it was reminiscent of those rides we saw Dalen make last year at Fort Worth. The one where he intentionally, I mean, puts his, I think it was his right foot, Sam, if I'm not mistaken, and just wills himself back onto the bull. Big moves.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty amazing because as soon as I see him over there, I just kind of dropped my head, and was peeking out the corner of my eye. I said, "Son of a buck, look at this! Great job! How'd he
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah.
How'd he do that?" And then when you watch it, he just turned loose and he kicked.
Yeah.
And when he got a hold, it just kind of rocked him back in the middle, and it was like, okay,
Absolutely. And
woohoo!
we talk wrestling, you and I, and sometimes we see those moves from some of the what appear to be the most awkward positions. I mean, wrestling from your back, and all of a sudden you go for a pin. It's that's what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
All right, so let's look at the finals leaderboard. So here, just in summary, we've got 6 riders that have made 3 rides each. Okay, Rafael
Okay.
Jose de Brito leads the pack with 268 points on that. Now we're talking about the average. We're talking about ride points because I need to point that out because 4 riders that have ridden on 2 bulls, and Denner Barbosa is one of those. He has earned enough round points, ride points. And remember, we combine those. He's actually sitting second in the most points gathered so far behind DeBrito. So just amazing. In other words, he's he's high efficiency. When he wins, when he rides, he wins. All right, Sam. Let's go look at some of these rides and some of these matchups today. Rafael Jose de Brito, your ride is on Red Mosquito. What do you think about this combination? You said good combination. Now, let me give you this. Andrew Alvidrez was 91.5 points earlier in the finals on this bull, and this bull bucked off Rafael in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Is he going to ride? And if he does, how many points?
He tried so hard last night and rode so good. I say he rides in 90 and a half.
90 and a half. I love it. Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. Let me just make sure I got everything marked here. And let's move on then to Denner Barbosa. This is the guy's number 2 in the most points won. I know he's not in the lead in the aggregate right now. We saw him win Louisville on this bull, 89.5 points. You and I were there. 90 points in Little Rock, Arkansas. Dalen rode this bull in 2022 2 times, once for 92 and a half and again for 92 and a quarter. I'm legit too. Denner Barbosa, what are you saying?
Well, in this pen, you couldn't have went and handpicked a better bull for him.
Okay.
And I guess he did handpick him because this was a draft round.
Oh, that's right.
Uh,
That was. Yeah. So I mean,
I just thought of that.
and he
Yeah.
finished first. He had 31 bulls to choose from.
Well, and he chose the best one to win on
Okay.
because this
Perfect.
bull is great and he's rider friendly and yeah, he's he's going to be, I say, 91 points. Um, he could be more if he spurs them, but
Okay.
he's not a big. He's more a get there guy than spur them. So yeah, this I guess he had the number one pick because you anybody that rides to the left would have took this bull first in the draft.
Okay.
So
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Let's move on to Winkson Henrique de Silva. He has got the bull Ivy League. Not a lot of information on this bull. Did buck off Claudio Montana Jr. earlier in the finals. They scored the bull 42 and a half. What do you think?
well, Doug, if you'll remember when we were at uh, Louisville,
Yeah.
this is the bull that Jose had in the short go.
Okay. Yep.
And he rode him. He's a right hand delivery, goes to the end of the gate and turns back to the left.
Right.
And Jose had the number one or number two pick, and he picked this bull. This
Okay.
is this is an um, Winston must have had the number two pick of overall because this would have been the next one to take in there.
Okay.
So
Okay. Okay. Okay.
yeah, that draft, what a difference when you do it.
Absolutely, yes,
Just
absolutely.
unbelievable how good they got.
Yep.
So I say he rides them and it's going to be 89.
89 points. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, let's move on. Brady Randolph, Jonestown, Pennsylvania Cowboy, comes in fourth in the average. Three rides have been made. It's got 262 points on this bull. Rides a K Bar C bucking bull. You've got connections with them. Jonestown, Pennsylvania Cowboy has drawn Magic Potion. What are you thinking, Sam?
Um, you know, an uphill battle. This bull really bucks. Really bucks. But it's into his hand.
Yeah,
It, and there's a lot at stake. Well, if we're going to be honest, I don't think he rides them. I'm trying to
yeah,
say he rides them because I want to will it,
yeah.
but it yeah,
Okay,
I
so
say he doesn't
will
make it.
him and tell him if he rides, he's going to be scored.
Oh, 89 and a half.
Yeah, 89 and a half. Let's see if that doesn't work, Sam. 89 and a half.
Let's hope so.
Let's hope so. Absolutely.
Let's hope so.
All right, moving on. Jesse Petrie. He has drawn the bull Bandito Bug. Left hand delivery. He actually was on this bull earlier this year and bucked off in Albuquerque, New Mexico. This bull in the earlier rounds was scored 43 and three quarters. What say you, Sam?
Um, I picked. I think Winston had him last night.
Okay.
I'm not positive about that, but I think so. And I picked Winston to ride him, and he bucked off him.
Mm-hmm.
This I, I don't think it fits him like it you would think it would.
Okay. Okay.
I say he doesn't ride him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if he does, if
Yeah.
he could,
Oh, he if he rides him, he could be 90.
90 points.
Yep.
Okay. Excellent.
And
Excellent.
there's a theme there. These bulls are all so good. You're going to be right around that 90 plus points
Okay.
if you ride them square in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. All right. Let's go to Boudreaux Campbell. We saw him do well early in the finals. He bucked off last night, and he has drawn a bull called Cold Creek. He bucked off this bull in Tulsa earlier this year. However, he rode him for 85 points in the 15 for 15 bucking battle in Sacramento. Boudreaux Campbell and Cold Creek.
Boudreaux has got he's got the of the top five guys probably the best chance to get there because he's rode two instead of one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's going to lay it all out there and he rides them.
He rides him.
88 points.
88 points.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, as far as we've gone in the order, we're finally have gotten to Jose Vitor Lemmy. One bull, bucked off last night. He's sitting with an 88 and a half points and 17th in the average position. And remember, the magic number is 12, Sam. He has drawn Jag Metals Grand Theft earlier this in the finals, bucked off Cooper Davis for 44, and I show that Jose rode him or got bucked off in the first round. I've got this little bit of trivia for you. In 2022, Dalen was the last to make a scored ride on this bull at 89 and a quarter points.
And me being biased, Dalen could have been 93, 94 because this bull is rank and hard to ride. And
Okay.
with Dalen, he turned back and really got it on and then jumped out of it and went the other way. And actually, I think he had Dalen in trouble when he went the other way and um, let him ride him. But, you know, um, yeah, this bull bucked off Jose at 7-8 and he chose this bull for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be nothing left in
Okay.
Jose's tank. He's going to leave it all there,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to make the whistle this time
Mm-hmm.
and be 92 and a half.
92 and a half
And the,
points,
yeah,
which advances him. What do we?
well,
Yeah, yeah.
not
Maybe.
not necessarily. Yeah,
Right, right.
not necessarily, but
Yeah.
if the stars align, it will advance them.
Okay.
Because if some of these guys that are already on two ride three, that'll knock anything like that from getting in there.
Okay.
So
Okay. Okay.
it there, it's just he's messing up and everybody else is messed up and left the door open.
You bet.
So it's like a football team. It just hangs around. It's getting it handed to them, and yeah, they're losing by 10 points, and then they score two touchdowns in the last 2 minutes and
Right.
win.
Right. Right.
So
Okay.
you got
Okay.
you got to be leery of that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Let's see if he can close it, right?
Yeah,
All right. Dalton Castle. He's on a bull called Mike's Magic. This bull bucked off Braidy Randolph earlier. 45 and a half points. The bull was scored. I show no rides on this bull in the last 2 seasons. What do you think about this
yeah.
matchup?
I don't. Uh, yeah, this bull's double
Mm-hmm.
rank. Dalton's hurting,
Mm-hmm.
and Dalton can ride anything
Yep.
if the stars align, but
Yep.
they'd have to really align to get this one down.
Okay.
Really bucks. I say does not ride him.
Okay. And if you could, how many points?
Well, he should be 106 if he did.
Okay.
Is that he's that hard to ride? But if he did, 92.
92. Well, we call him Mr. 90 pointer.
Mhm.
All right, let's move on. Cooper Davis, 2016 world champion, got a bull called Man Hater. I show no rides on this bull in the last 2 seasons. And as I look at the PBR website, what do you think of this matchup, Sam? He bucked off last night. He's 88 points coming in. He's 21st in the average position. He's been bumped down from third to seventh in the points position. What do you think?
I don't know this bull. Um, I just don't know him, and I say bucks off.
Okay.
It just he showed some effort last night, but it just wasn't the Cooper Davis to win a world that you thought you'd see.
Okay. Okay. And if you could pull it out,
88.
88 points. All right. Now, I got to ask you, in every prediction that we make, in something as we get this close to the finals, this much on the line, this crazy of a points position, who is your dark horse? Who's the one that could come in and could just wreck a lot of people's day? Who might it be?
Well, I would say Dawson Branton.
Dawson Branton. Okay, let me look here. Let's see what my data says. Okay. Oh, he's on Breadbasket. Now last night, kind of a new point bit of information, I should say. He was scored an 80 point, offered a re-ride. He turned it down. I think good business. Because now he's got
Right.
3 qualified rides, sitting sixth in the average. But here's what I learned or what I heard last night and what I saw in the data today. If you are offered a re-ride and you say no, you don't get the ride points, which is worth 8 points in this particular case because he was 80 points. So you got to juggle those two things, and yeah. So then the PBR isn't giving stuff away for free. So it was really, really interesting. Yeah, I kind of liked it.
I did too. I yeah, was surprised because they're pretty much kind of the other way. If you don't make the whistle, but you ride the longest, you go back,
Right. Yep.
and
Yeah.
I've seen them win $100,000 on time from another round.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
anyway,
Okay.
but
Well,
this is good. I like what
okay.
they're doing,
Okay.
and I still his choice he made last night was very intelligent,
Okay.
very intelligent.
And it's not the
Yeah,
way we think of bull riders and the nope, you always take your re-ride. And
yeah,
there's a bit of change in philosophy that's come about in the last few years.
yeah. When the team things, they've learned that you don't take a re-ride most of the time. If you got a score on the board, keep it.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, I was saying, why
Yeah.
would you take a re-ride? Don't do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay. So Dawson Branton, breadbasket. This bull was out earlier in the finals. Denner Barbosa bucked off of him. Just put that in your pocket. But they scored the bull 44 points. What do you think of that? First off, he rides because this is your dark horse. How many points?
you know, 90 and a half.
90 and a half. All right. And that would, if he rode, Sam, that would put him on 4 rides, which takes me to our final prediction and final question. How many bulls we need to ride to win the finals? You said 4. Uh, I it could be 3, right? As we get into these tougher rounds.
Very could be. Well, it's either going to be three, 4, or 5.
Right,
So
right.
I'll take the one in the middle and I'll stick with it.
I think
Because
that's
that short go, it's going to be hard. They're going to have to match up just right to ride 3 of those bulls
yep,
out of the 12,
yep,
and they'll have to match up really good to do it.
yep.
So I'm going to stick with 4,
Okay,
and we'll just go from there, see what happens.
okay.
Going to be an interesting day. Oh my
Oh my
goodness, it's going to
goodness.
be interesting.
And I sat down, pulled out my stat books, again, had to dust them off. In the champion points rounds, when we get into these average points, of course, 560 to win the average, 350 for second, 250 for third in the average. I started looking at someone like Dinner Barbosa. He comes in with 750 points, and the average added to his points would be 1,311. Your current leader is still Kaiki Pacheco at 980 points. Realistically, he could place third in the average, Sam, depending on how everybody else does. He could place third in the average and still take the win. It's crazy points race.
Yeah, it is. It, it'll be interesting. And oh, DeLima, you need to watch out for him today.
Hmm.
He's got a good bull. So
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
it's going to be very interesting. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Uh, now, now I see what these people that are into Super Bowls
Oh
and
my
World
gosh.
Series and stuff sitting around. Uh, I thought,
Yeah.
man, they're just yakking all day, but this has really got your mind, my mind going
It does.
really
It
crazy.
does. It does.
Yeah,
And we've got to get in. It's 12:46, so we're going to have to watch some of this recorded already, Sam. But the Bulls are out today, right? The final round.
yep.
Let's see how they do, and we're going to get back together on Monday or Tuesday and do a wrap up of everything. Do you have anything else to offer, Sam? Because I want to go watch this finals.
Well, let's find out the outcome and yeah. And the only thing I got to offer is next year I want to be there because this is too exciting to not be there.
Absolutely, absolutely. We can broadcast live, I think. I think this will be good.
I yeah.
All right, Sam. Have a good day. We will talk tomorrow morning.
Okay, but I did hear about Colton.
Oh golly, I jumped past that, didn't I? I am so embarrassed.
Yeah, got to talk about
Oh,
Colton.
all right. Let me set this up
Yeah.
right. Let me set this up right. Sam, have you talked to Colton? What's he up to? What's he doing? What do you know?
Well, I haven't talked to him. He texted me because I
Okay.
texted him this morning,
All this
and I
build
said,
up, all this build
"Yeah,
up,
I
Sam.
know. I wish I had better news to tell you."
Yeah.
Uh, but I texted him. I said, "Well, how'd you do?" And he just sent back no good. So I don't know the details,
Okay.
but
Okay.
he he'll get it.
Oh yeah.
It just this time. It's not easy.
Yeah.
Not easy.
You
So
bet. You
it'll
bet.
work out.
Absolutely. And he feels you haven't heard anything, says that his shoulder's bothering him anything, have you?
No, actually he said it felt really good the last time I talked to him
Okay.
about it.
Okay.
And it felt really good maybe just to shut me up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Maybe.
know how it
Maybe.
is. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
shut up, Dad. I don't want to hear it. I'm good. Even if I'm not, I don't want to
Yeah.
hear it.
Yeah.
So,
That's fair. That's
uh-huh.
fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
We'll talk tomorrow,
Well, have
Sam.
look forward to it, Doug. Thank you. Have a great day, and we'll see the outcome.
We will see the outcome. This is Beyond the Chutes, where we discuss New York Rodeo, the people, and the places they take us. Thank you for joining us as we wrapped up round 6 and head to round 7 today at noon. Round 7 will set up the championship round. We'll be back on Monday to wrap up the weekend. Reminder, we are on Spotify. Search for Beyond the Chutes and follow us. And a reminder, check out the New York State Rodeo Museum Facebook group page and become a member. Lots of great pictures, lots of great stories there. And you can find all of our episodes on beyondthechute.com. And now we have music. It's coming. Until next time, this is Doug Simcox. Thank you for listening.